Good evening, everyone. This is a public hearing regarding the proposed closure of Lenkerville Elementary School. This hearing is required under Section 780 of the Public School Code. It's very short. I'm going to read it into the record here. This is the reason we're having the hearing, and then we'll get underway here in a minute. Section 780, 24 PS 7-780 states, in the event of a permanent closing of a public school or substantially all of the school's facilities, the Board of School Directors shall hold a public hearing on the question not less than 3 months prior to the decision of the board relating to the closing of the school. Notice of the hearing shall be given in a newspaper of general circulation in the school district at least 15 days prior to the date of such hearings. Well aware the board has been discussing this direction for quite some time. We had a public hearing under Act 34 related to the addition project now underway. This hearing is strictly limited to the closure of the Lenkerville building. As I just indicated, the code requires we provide an opportunity for public comment at least 3 months prior to the official vote to close that particular building effective with the next school year. We are transcribing our hearing, so I'd like to just run around the table here and have everyone state your name and position so we have a record of all those present here. Mr. Minnick, if we can start with you, we'll just go around the table.
Jason Minnick, School Board President.
Brian Toth, Acting Superintendent.
Eric Petrie, Board Secretary.
Sydney Gray, Board Member. Tennille Mongol, the Board Vice President.
Josh Eggleston, Board Member.
Tim Peterson, Board Member.
Jason Enders, Board Member.
Jason Miller, Board Member.
Mr. Adams, are you still with us?
Yes, I am. And Adams, Board Member.
Okay, so we have 8 board members present, 7 physically present, and Mr. Adams participating virtually. It is February 20th, 2024. It's 8:03 p.m. We're here in the Middle High School cafeteria. Mr. Petrie, could you confirm how this hearing was advertised?
The meeting was advertised publicly in the Daily Item, and we do have publication confirmation on January 8th.
I do have a copy of a proof of publication, as Mr. Petrie indicated, from the Daily Item, indicating it was advertised in the paper. I did want to note the hearing notice actually advertised this to be held in the high school auditorium. My understanding is because of play practice, was moved to this room, to the cafeteria. There were signs posted at the entrance down by the auditorium, and my understanding is no one is present at the auditorium looking for us or looking for this hearing to our knowledge. Mr. Petrie, will you confirm if that's accurate, please?
To my knowledge, correct.
All right. Okay, so the process will follow. In a moment, we'll have Dr. Toth, our acting superintendent, just briefly summarize the reasons for the proposed closure of Lenkerville. Again, this has been discussed many, many times at public meetings over the last number of months or years. He'll recap those reasons. And then we'll open the floor for public comment. Public comment will be limited to 5 minutes in length. It is public comment. This is not a town hall or a Q&A session with the board. The opportunity here is for the public to provide input to the board, and the board will reflect on that comment over the next 3 months prior to the official vote to close the building. Should there be a need for any follow-up to any comment, we'll ask either the board president or our acting superintendent to follow up with the individuals offline after the hearing if needed. Otherwise, this is again simply an opportunity for the board to listen to any public comment that's offered here this evening. Having said all that, Dr. Toth, I'll turn things over to you at this point again to summarize the reasons for the proposed Lenkerville closure.
Sure, thank you. The building was built in 1959 with expansions at the building in 1971 and 1991. Currently, the expansions were attached to the original construction, and additional capacity in student population and student programs brought upon the need to have an analysis of the facilities done. The physical condition of the building and the life cycle of the core systems, such as heating, ventilation, plumbing, and electrical systems, matching with existing building codes, ADA requirements, safety issues, and overall facility improvements were needed to meet current construction standards. So basically, the systems are all right now out of date. The analysis that was done took into consideration the demographic enrollment, census, and capacity of the facilities. The elementary school needs facility upgrades and maintenance, including all new mechanical systems to be in code compliance. The building is still using a coal-fired boiler, which it is very difficult to obtain any parts for at this time. And it's very labor intensive to maintain that boiler. The building's roof needs replaced, and the wood-framed two-story classroom wing has many structural issues. So a feasibility study was conducted by Crabtree Rohrbaugh Associates Architects and presented to the board and administration on numerous occasions to be discussed. The decision-making process regarding the future utilization of our buildings was made decision was made to add a new addition to the existing middle high school area in order to share the large use spaces and to provide adequate program needs for the elementary school. So that's where we are at today. So basically, to sum it up, it is the core systems that run that building are no longer code compliant, and because of increased need of programs within the school for the students, the decision was made to build the new building on the middle school, high school campus.
Thank you, Dr. Toth. The public hearing notice placed on the district website and in the daily item invited written comments to be submitted to the board secretary until 2 p.m. This afternoon. Mr. Petrie, were any written comments received for this hearing today?
I received no written comments for this evening.
Okay, thank you. So at this time, we'll open the floor up for public comment to the board. If you wish to provide comment, we'll just ask that you step forward, speak nice and loud and clear, state your full name and spell your name, please, so we have a record of those present, and then you'll have 5 minutes to provide public comment to the board. Anyone interested in offering public comment?
My name is John Moore. I live at 245 Schoolhouse Lane, right above the elementary school.
Would you spell your last name, sir?
ORR.
Thank you.
I heard you say this isn't in the form of questions. So I've got to rethink how to state this, because it's questions is what I am here for. In that we are interested, I think the residents of that area are interested in what the future use of that grounds and that building would be. There are a number of things that would be perhaps beneficial to the community, to the township. There are also some potential uses that may not be as favorable and as welcoming to the community. We would obviously like to see something that would help the tax base. I am a former township supervisor, so I am aware of the local taxes and the need there for both the school and the township. And although the township itself does not have real estate tax that it benefits from, it does benefit from a real estate tax for the fire company. So increased revenue from tax base would be beneficial, I think, to the community. And other than that, we'd like to see something that would be compatible with our neighborhood, with our residential area, and enhance the area, not bring a large amount of additional traffic, such as truck traffic or commercial, into that area, but something that would be, as I said, complementary. So that's basically why I came to the hearing tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else wish to provide public comment? Okay, hearing none. So
Just one second, I can't help it.
I want to thank you for coming out and offering comments, sir. Mr. Minnick?
Could I add one thing? I'm sorry.
Yeah, just if you would come forward, state your name, spell your name.
Philip Lear, Leer, no one L.
Okay, you have 5 minutes. Go ahead, thank you.
Okay. I live in 444 Schoolhouse Lane, and I echo everything John said, but I want to add, we live in an area with deed restrictions. So I would not like to see something that would, I know that would not be under our deed restrictions, but we have a great neighborhood, and we don't want to see a lot of parked trucks, like a commercial park with a lot of trucks coming in and out. I would like to keep our neighborhood pristine the way it is.
Thank you. Anyone else wish to provide comment? Mr. Minnick, as board president, I'll let you close out the hearing with any closing comments.
Yeah, my only comment is just to let the folks present know, if they don't know, we are currently engaged in a feasibility study to look at the options for that building. So we do have a contract out, I can't remember the name of the
Delta Development.
Looking at options. They do this for other districts and other things like this when the need arises. So we're looking at all our options at this point to see what makes sense for the district, the community, for everybody.
All members of the public are welcome to provide public comment on this topic at any public board meeting. There's always opportunity for a public comment. You can find more information about that on the district website and the dates for those meetings. Again, I want to thank everybody for participating in our hearing this evening. Unless there's anything else, we can adjourn. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Can we ask questions now?
That's up to you.
When is your study to be completed?